everyone, Fox here, and I'm going to show you some tips and such about a gun not many people seem to like. This, of course, being the PM-9. Its damage goes from a minimum of 20 to a max of 35, not including multipliers. Either way, it's pretty damn strong when you think of how fast it shoots, in particular when combined with rapid fire. The PM-9 has been hotfixed so that the recoil has been decreased drastically. I think its recoil reminds me of maybe a CM901, except it shoots much faster. The PM-9 is a gun that specializes in close quarters and not really meant for long range. I mean, it's not really an assault rifle. I mean, it can be used for long range, but it just takes some getting used to. Practice with it, and I'm sure you'll do just fine. I assume not many people use this gun because it takes some amount of skill to use for more around the medium to long range as compared to some other weapons that don't have any recoil at all. So here's a quick demo on how the gun's recoil is with kick and without kick. So what you can see is how the PM-9 with kick seems to be much easier for longer ranges, and it doesn't have that weird, obnoxious recoil. Here are some classes I like to use for the PM-9. Pause the video if you need to, just to look in detail on what exactly I use on these classes. I do recommend using attachments like rapid fire, extended mags, or just use both. Very rarely will I use it with a silencer. I'm not terribly sure why. I guess it's just a preference. I don't know, I just don't like it. But I have noticed that with the thermal sight, the gun is much easier to use while aiming for longer ranges. I think it's probably because the recoil on the PM-9 is mostly visual and not much of it is actual recoil. I do like to run Specialist on this gun because when I get the bonus, the Specialist bonus, it becomes kind of a monster at close to medium range. Maps that are perfect for this gun in my opinion are U-Turn, Getaway, Bootleg, Seatown. Dome is not that bad either, but I mean, some of these maps have those long range parts, but you just want to avoid them. Some maps I do not recommend using this gun on are Vortex, Liberation, Interchange, and Baccara. These maps are mostly long range. Sure, Baccara does have some places where the PM-9 can be used, but it's kind of pointless because there's so few spots. Well, my final thoughts on the PM-9 are, it's an amazing short to medium range gun when using certain perks like steady aim and using the point streak of Specialist. This gun pretty much revolves around its perks, and if you change them, it kind of does affect on how you and your weapon perform. However, it is not an easy weapon to master. It will take some time getting used to, especially with its recoil if you're trying to use it to aim down the sights. However, it is one of my favorite weapons of all time, probably because it's Japanese.